The UN Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon is touring Burma's cyclone-hit areas and has expressed frustration at the slow pace of the relief operation. The BBC special correspondent, who's been in Burma undercover for the last few days, travelled with the UN chief during his visit.
Rangoon's main streets today were teeming with troops cleaning up. They were turned out to show the visiting UN Secretary-General that Burma is coping well, although some troops seemed a little uncertain of their role, and we found others weeding the edges, a curious task at such a time of need. The work crews in their orange suits were all intended to say this was a country well able to stand alone at a time of disaster. There were also truckloads of riot police deployed to prevent any protests against the regime. The UN Secretary-General visited the holiest Buddhist shrine in Burma, the Shwedago Pagoda. Ban Ki-moon said he had a message of hope for the cyclone victims. His task, to persuade the regime to accept more international help.
Even as the Secretary-General went about his meetings, the local newspaper here had an uncompromising message. Oppose those relying on external elements, it said, acting as stooges, oppose foreign nations interfering. Just one indication of how difficult this mission is.
Until recently, the generals wouldn't even take Ban Ki-moon's call. His credibility is now on the line. But his officials, like so many others, find this regime very difficult to read. People are sometimes baffled. Why, we've been asked, is so much of the Burmese navy tied up rather than helping in the delta? At the ports, every boat owner has been told not to carry foreigners, as if that were a priority. But out on the rivers, carcasses still float by, and as many as 2 million people need aid. Tomorrow, the UN Secretary-General will meet Burma's senior general and ask him to open up further his closed country to outsiders at a time of desperate need.